This is Apostle Dr. Ian Cummins coming to you with Capacity Building Booster. And we start off with why God wants to build your capacity. We say that God sees purpose. And also number 2, we said God is a giver. Number 3, we said God entrusts and delegate responsibility. That's where we stopped. So we want to move into number 4, God desire work. I remember we're dealing with the guy with the talents, the 1, the 2, the 5, the talents that the guy had. God desire work. Right off, the first servant went off to work. Faith without work is dead. So when the guy received 5 talents, he went and he began to work it. Now, when he gave the talent, he said, occupy till I come. And the word occupy means to do business till I come. All right, so my question for you is, what business are you doing? This guy went and worked because faith without work is dead. And my problem with church folks is that church folks get all the information, all the revelation, all the prophecy, all the promise, but we neglect applying the principle. We neglect working the principle. When it comes to work, church people fail. So we look at the people in the world where they're working this stuff, and it's happening. Right off, the first servant went off to work. Faith without work is dead. And I'm speaking to somebody who is listening. You're asking God for something, asking God, give me this, God, open this door. And you're sitting home, relaxing on your laurel, just sitting there and waiting. Listen to me, trust me, you have to begin to get up and you begin to go. Nothing happens unless you move. Nothing happens unless you speak. So you speak, you pray, you speak, you decree, you declare. But guess what? You have to go. There are some things that will happen when you show up. There are something happen when you begin to work it. Faith without work is dead. You are required to put in some effort in order to build your capacity, which means now there are some things you will have to do intentionally. You are responsible for your own personal growth and development. That's your responsibility. Okay, so when you come to church, the church is the educational institution of the kingdom. The church is where we come to be educationalized. When you come to church to receive information, revelation, teaching, and get the wisdom. And then bam, when you go, you have to work it because the kingdom got to be lived out. You are required to put in some effort in order to build your capacity. So number 4, God desires work. Work it. Then number 5, God expects results. Come on. He expects results. Why? Because God knows what He placed inside of you. That latent power, that gift, that potential that is laying there dormant. We said some of you sitting on your potential and looking at your possibilities. God expects results. What are the results? Come on, what are the results? When He come back, He said, give an account. He said, I remember in Luke chapter 6, when the master entrusted this steward with his riches, and he heard that he was abusing his resources, and he came back and he said, give me account. The word account means logos. It means in the Greek, give me a systematic breakdown of what you did with what I've entrusted you with, because we are stewards and God has entrusted us. And remember, He said if He's going to stretch your capacity, He's going to entrust you with small first, because if you can't manage small, you're not going to manage big. So where you start is not where you're going to finish. God expects results. So the first man received 5,000 and he doubled it, what his master had given to him. So God expects nothing less than double. We're supposed to multiply, but if you don't multiply, at least double. So God expects nothing less than double the result that He has given you. And if you go to the second one did the same thing. The last guy, what he did, he buried his stuff. He buried his money. Okay, and I'm speaking to some of you who you bury your money in the bank and you get no interest, because let me share this. What the bank, when you put your money in the bank in the day, they trade your money in the night and make millions, and in the morning they put it back. This is Apostle Dr. Ian Cummins to expand your capacity, because God is preparing you for something great.